Recording here. Recording here. All right, we're up for the next video.
Easy.
It was cool peeking up to 5 like that.
Yeah.
Ancient Age. Ancient Age preferred.
Let's do the preferred. Let's get it out of the way. I know I'm not gonna like it.
Might as well.
I know I'm not gonna be a fan of her.
Well, see, now we just get to have some scathing reviews.
What's the price on it? How much is a bottle of
I
Ancient
think I
Age
paid
preferred?
like $9 on
$9 for a 750?
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Yeah. Discount Bourbon Review! Alright guys, we got one here today that's going to be much to Mr. Dylan's dismay. I've been hating on it a little bit. I hope that's not supposed to season our review coming up, but I've tried a little bit of it. You can see the bottle's working its way down, but a lot of that's been gifted to some other people. Some people that little lower on the list than they'd like to be. But
I've heard nothing. Now, other than what I hear on YouTube, I've heard good things watching videos on YouTube and through the Reddits and all that. But everything I've heard in person from everyone that's tried it, I've heard nothing but awful, awful things. And I'm not excited about it, and that's very upsetting because I really do like the bottle of Ancient Age that we got back up there. Oh yeah, we do need to clean out. I forgot about that.
If you remember from the Ohio video, we were actually hunting down an Ancient Age 10-star, or as it used to be known, the Ancient Age 10-year, which was the 10-year offering of the Ancient Age distillery, which is now known as Buffalo Trace. They do still produce Ancient Age and its line, but they've made some tweaks, they've made some changes, they've introduced a couple things, they've taken some things away. And they don't tout it as much as some other lines, but it's a Buffalo Trace product. So we're certainly curious and excited to see what they have to offer from it. That's why I originally hunted down my first thing of Ancient Age. And, while we were stumbling through aisles on a hunt one day, I saw this Ancient Age preferred and foolishly to myself said,
well, it's preferred.
It must be better.
It makes sense.
It must be better. Dylan was not too pleased that was a good and full ounce, but that's what we do for you guys here. We always make sure we're keeping those standards set.
There's nothing on the nose. Holy crap.
Even in the Glenny?
Even in the Glenny, there's... What proof is that?
This proof is 40 proof.
40? No, 40%.
Sorry, 80 proof, 40%.
80 proof, okay. So
that's correct.
You're really going to have to look down deep to try and find something.
And when you do, it's a lot of ethanol.
It really is. You don't... It's a lot of freaking ethanol. Oh my goodness gracious. I was really trying to find something. I wanted to say oak or red fruit or something to just say.
Oh, it's like gasoline and ethanol.
Bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude.
Oh my goodness. I don't like that. I don't want to sip it.
Well, we have to. We have a duty to these people to stray them away from bad whiskey. So we need to fully and truly articulate how bad this shit is.
Or, even though I'm already crying just off the smell.
It smells like Sharpies.
That's a really good. Sharpies. Actually, Sharpies is spot on.
You take a sip for yourself, and then you'll know our noses are perfect. This is a Sharpie.
I don't want to sip it.
All right, are you ready?
No. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
After coming from a high proof, like we did at the start of the video, working your way down, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not literal cyanide like we've been acting like.
No. The smell is. The smell might kill you.
Yeah, the smell, it's enough to kind of turn you away.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I don't like the smell. Flavor-wise, there's nothing really particularly good about him, I would say.
Oh no, he's great.
Ooh.
He's got a lot of characteristics of wood and hand sanitizers.
I would, yeah.
If you were the kid that really liked just walking by in Miss Johnson's 3rd grade classroom, taking a little pump and just You're gonna love Ancient Age.
I don't recommend doing it. Don't do that. That's bad.
That's bad. Don't do that. But if you were the kid that was doing that, I think you'd like it. Let's see if he gets salvaged at all by this cocktail.
Yeah, he does. The Sprite really hides anything. A lot of that woody oakness. There's not really any smoke to them at all. I think Ancient Age and Buffalo Trace, I think a lot of their products they keep on the lower end of char, don't they? I could be wrong about that, but I believe
some of them are done up to that level 3, but couldn't tell you specifically.
I don't think this guy is specifically, but the Sprite specifically, he just hides every bit of it. He almost kind of makes you think that you don't even really have any whiskey in your cup.
No, I think it's right back there in that same territory as the Heaven Hill quality house that we just reviewed. Check that video if you have not seen it yet. It disappears.
I'm gonna, for as afraid to try it as I was, and for as upset about the smell as I was, I would pick this over the Heaven Hill.
Really?
Yeah, as a mixer, I would pick this over.
You think you pick this as a
mixer?
mixer?
He hides so well in it. Here's the thing: if we were gonna take these two that we just tried this one here, if we're gonna take this one and put them up head to head and think about it that way.
Whoa! Hold on. Here's what I'm reading. This may not even be whiskey at all. Carefully blended according to the finest old traditions. 20% straight whiskey, 80% spirit distilled from the finest grains. This is probably primarily fucking vodka, and they're putting a little whiskey back in it. Now this is why you read the damn labels, people.
That's upsetting.
Yeah,
but that's why he fits so well in the soda. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so if I'm going to go for like a whiskey sour or something, I'm going to go for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Old fashioned, I'm going to go for this.
But Ancient Age putting vodka in their whiskey. Buffalo Trace putting vodka in their whiskey. It must be that Wheatley vodka.
That Wheatley vodka.
That Wheatley vodka they're putting in that Ancient Age. Just the worst of the two batches.
That's That's kind of mildly upsetting.
Now, I'm glad that you like the Ancient Age a little bit more than you thought you would, because we've been quite hating on it.
We've been
quite hating on it, and Dill's been really avoiding doing this video. It was one of the original ones that we kind of conceived of.
Yeah, and I've just been like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. We got a lot of other bottles here. I don't want to do it, but yeah, it's time.
No, this is supposed to be the lineup for Ancient Age Preferred. Then we'll do the Ancient Age, and we're hoping to do the Ancient Age 10-star and do the whole family's lineup, but we were unable to locate a bottle of Ancient Age 10-star when we were in Ohio.
Maybe sometime here soon. Maybe we'll find one at one of our local stores.
That's right. Maybe we'll find a bottle here.
That'd be real neato. Be real cool if we could find it for that $10-15 too.
Yeah, and if anyone's got a lead on it, they should help the boy out.
They should let a couple of boys know. We want to know.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that nose?
That nose, dude, that's probably one of the lowest nose I think we've ever had. For me, it's just not there. I don't even really want to sniff it. If I'm going to be drinking this thing, I'm skipping straight past the nose. You're not drinking it for nose.
No.
You're drinking it because you don't want to drink vodka, but you want to drink a whiskey.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, the nose, I don't think I've said this about any of them so far. I've been I like the nose of a whiskey. Usually a lot more than I like the palate. I really like coming back and giving the whiskeys a smell.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first one that I think I can say is just outright offensive. I'm not a fan of it. I do not want to come back and smell it. And if I am going to drink them again, I'm not going to give them a whiff.
And I feel like that's just deserving of a lowest designation right there. So it breaks my heart to want to give him like a 1 or a 2, but I think Ancient Age Preferred is sitting right there.
That's right at a 1 for me. I'm not giving him a smell.
I'm going to give him a 2. I think there's room for something else to be shittier, but I'm definitely giving him a 2.
You know what? Just because I did it with the 107 here, I remember saying that nose and flavor.
That's
I gave
right.
it like
you
a 9.5.
Held it back just a little bit.
Just in hopes that I would find something a little bit better. So I'll do the same thing. I'll give him a 2.
Same justice.
Hopefully, I never try something as bad as that.
As far as taste,
honestly,
he's not great, but he's
there's nothing particularly awful about the
flavor.
Yeah. The nose is offensive, and I'm not a fan. The flavor, he's only 80 proof. You can get him down real quick and easy. It's nothing crazy. But there's just, especially straight, it's a lot of oak. It's a lot of wood. Yes. In my palate. And it's kind of hard to get past. When you put it in a mixer, that Sprite, at the very least, takes over a lot of it. And I'm gonna keep it around that same 4 that I gave.
I think that's a
Heaven Hill
below
Quality
average
House.
whiskey.
Yeah.
If you can even call it a whiskey, with it being 80% vodka.
I don't know if we can
I'm
say
stinky on
vodka.
that.
It doesn't say vodka on the bottle. So
Blended grain spirits.
Blended grain spirit.
Who else? What is the spirit they got there at Buffalo?
But I definitely don't feel like we can call this a whiskey anymore.
Yeah.
He might have earned himself a place off of our shelf.
Yeah, actually, it may be down here in the bottom shelf. Y'all don't
we
see in the YouTube videos.
We got some...
Check the Twitch stream.
Some rums and a little Evan Williams spice cider. He might fit in right down there with those guys down there.
Yuppers. And that's exactly why I think that works so well for Mr. X the other day. When Mr. X came by looking for a drink.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Would have fit right up Mr. X territory.
He probably preferred mixed grain distilled.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I mean, especially with the smell, that's definitely it's below average. One, it's just not, in my opinion, I don't know the technicality behind it, but in my opinion, it's not a whiskey. If it's only 21% whiskey, it's just not a whiskey. No. You need to at least be 50-51% for me to be comfortable.
Oh yeah, 50% whiskey is still kind of questionable.
It's still kind of questionable, but
all in all,
it's just below average. Even if you're gonna call it a whiskey, it's below average. If you're gonna call it a whiskey, that's a 2 or a 3 for me. I'm not gonna scoop them if I see them out and about, unless I'm hurting. Ooh, yeah. What we didn't talk about was price too much.
He was a $9 bottle. I scooped him at a pretty low price. I mean, if you're down bad you need something to stock a bar and just look good, I'll give him an average pricing for that. I'll give him a 5 for that, but I still think my overall price rating is at a 4.
He's $9. Price is 10. That's an easy scoop. If you need a bottle, if you want a bottle of Ancient Age Preferred, I don't really feel like there's too much getting in the way of stopping that. That's an easy 9, 10 price out of me. But still, overall, the nose is so bad, that's a 2 whiskey, 3 whiskey for me. He's definitely below average. Because I've tried him and I know what I'm getting into, I don't want him on my bar. I'm probably not going to scoop him.
Nope. Ancient Age Preferred, get him out of here.
Bad.
If you are Ancient Age, the people responsible for the brand, and you don't agree with our tasting notes here, please
maybe
let us know. A fresher bottle, or in the comments. If we're just completely wrong, please let us know. But
Lord knows I'm not a big rye guy, but when we were trying that Sazerac rye over at the Buffalo Trace Distillery,
it was fresh.
That was fresh and it was wonderful.
You'll have to see the Ohio trip story for that, but we had some. It felt like the bottles were fresher when we had them sampled there, and it's just disappointing. But
Ancient Age Preferred. I would not recommend.
Drink responsibly. All right. Another one in the books.
Yeah, that's... For how offensive that